feel at the end of the day, what we do want is way beyond that, which is having a legacy, having a family, which are things that, thanks to you, I never even saw it. And you don't even have to be in this community, as in the school group for that. You point that out as well in your other videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
Not
look, there's
very.
a video I'm gonna cover. Yeah, not many people cover that kind of shit. They talk about the hookup side, the seduction side, the women are dumb as shit side, women are too demanding side. But when you start to talk about like, hey, your life in totality as a man, what do you want out of it? Like, clearly you'd like to be the head of a household. Clearly you'd like to have a wife. You'd like to have multiple children. You'd like to be the leader in that sort of umbrella. And you can't even talk about this stuff because the messaging has become so toxic right now that it's literally like, can't believe any woman. All of them are garbage. They all lie. What's the point of even getting married? Why try so hard? Like we've slid into like black pill mentality where it's like, why even try for a system that hates me and blah, blah, blah. So that's why I kind of started putting that video out that I did today to try to maybe light a spark into a bunch of guys, because these messages I'm getting in my email now, guys are like, bro, why don't you switch up the content? It's fucking over for men in the West. We just need to talk about going on our own and doing our own thing. Like, forget companionship forever. And it's like, but if I make an episode about women, you're tuning in. So some of the shit that's been annoying me is this men going their own way, the MGTOWs. What annoys me is you're proponents of completely decentering women out of your life, that you don't care what any women do, that you're completely done with the conversation that has to do with marriage, children, women, dealing with their bullshit and sustaining a woman and feeding her and having your resources taken. Okay, I understand that. Great. That's a cool thing to be doing. If that's what you want to do, you're an adult. Why the fuck do you tune in on nothing but female content? If I make a video about women, you're laser focused on that shit in the comment section, talking about MGTOW and all this shit. Isn't it weird that the women that say, I want to decenter men, I'm sick of men in my life, they're all garbage, men are trash, blah, 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 but all they can do is talk about men. So I'm trying to like bridge this hypocrisy on this side of like, if you're not worried about women, why the fuck do you only consume content about women? Makes no sense, bro. And when I make a video, and here's the part that like it blew my mind, because if you've noticed recently in the past few months on the channel, I've almost made very, very few content about women. And I'm covering mostly dudes and guys talking about shit, like whether in their car, out there for a walk, like, you know, guys talking about
Yeah.
work, getting fired shit. I don't even mention women in a lot of the videos on purpose. And the comment, bro, will still be, oh, I'm not working hard for no woman. This is why I'm done with women. The word woman is not even ushered in the video at all, or uttered, excuse me. And then that's all they can talk about. It's like, look at yourself, bro. You're the other side of the coin of the hypocrisy of like, you're addicted to. It's a drug for you. You can't stop thinking about women. How bitter, how hurt could you possibly be by whoever fucking denied you or the intimacy that you're lacking? That it's like it's taken over your mind, dude. You're obsessed. You are obsessed with women the way women are obsessed with men and claim they don't need them. It's fucking cringe, dude. I don't know any man that doesn't give a shit about certain topic, but is absolutely enthralled in it, and that's all he can consume. It's so strange what we're becoming today. And I'm trying to break that fucking mold with dudes. And it seems like I'm one of the few channels that really tells guys, or at least holds the mirror up and it's like, stop being such a fucking simp, dude. At the expense of maybe losing viewership or subs or all that. It's like, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
I can't be surrounded by people like this. I don't know. That's just some
Yeah.
of my thoughts.
And
You know,
the
what you're
funny
trying
thing,
You know what they say, before you fix the world, fix yourself, huh?
yeah, exactly. And now to follow up with what you just said, my friend, the one thing that I have to thank for the red pill, as in general, when learning all of this, crazily enough, is actually has made me understand women more. It has made me empathize with them more. Like, I was surprised because yeah, there are things, of course, that are how do I say it? Some things we prefer, and then some things they prefer. Like, we prefer a girl that's more submissive, more feminine, and they prefer a guy who's more masculine, more dominant, more assertive. Sure, those things I understand. But if you take it, even those things that are quote unquote different are not are not that different. They're just guess inversely proportional.
It's dating preferences for it's
Yeah.
sex-based dating preferences, and they're very simple. Women don't want weak men, and men don't want old women. And it's very, and it hurts people's feelings because we live in a world where you have to coddle everybody, you have to hold everyone's balls, and you have to just walk them through fucking life. And if you tell a man like, hey, bro, you're the actual fucking problem here, the reason no woman is choosing you is because that's the single signal in and of itself. Like, you can't get a single fucking woman and you're legitimately trying. You are the problem. Now, if you've regressed or taken a seat back at chasing women, dating, all that shit, seduction, and obviously they're not on your radar, I understand why you're single. But these guys are absolutely like completely attuned acutely to this kind of shit, consume the content, and like are in the space of like, I have dating apps open. I went on a date with a girl the other day and she was such a bitch. It's like, what are you fucking doing, bro? If you keep failing over and over again, you have a problem, and the problem is you. And now men have found kind of like I don't even want to call it a get out of jail free card, but there's an episode that I'm going to cover of these dating pass bro, like skid mark bro motherfuckers that have completely ruined what it means to be, passport bro and going overseas. I say over and over again to guys, do not go overseas for women. Do not model your life around women. Do not do anything for women, period. You work for yourself first and foremost, and a good woman will come along eventually that fits into your life like a fucking puzzle would, right? Okay, but these guys are going overseas and like paying for hoes, absolute like skid mark fucking mentality, running through bitches left and right, saying shit like, that passport bro that was in Poland, the black dude. I'm making an episode of somebody else's channel that responded to me, and then Aber and Preach did a video on them too. That they're obsessed with going overseas, fucking bitches left and right, but will on their channel complain about the degeneracy of the West. How girls are such hoes today, how you can't trust a single modern woman. But then you go overseas, bro, and you pay prostitutes, you go to nightclubs, you get sugar babies, you're fucking the lowest of the low of that society, but claiming it's still better than the degeneracy of the West. So you're partaking in the exact degenerate. You're spreading the fucking disease, partaking in the same shit you ran away from. And then that's what they're spitting as like, this is the new life overseas, boys. We're doing so good. I got 2 women on my arm. By the way, they're fucking hoes I paid for. But yeah, that's totally better than America. So like, you worked your ass off to still give a woman your fucking money overseas. What? And then this shit's being celebrated now. So it's like metastasized. The passport bro movement went from like, bro, let's go overseas. Let's become expats. Let's settle in new lands. Use the power of the dollar with some remote work. Older dudes that are on their pensions or retired military bros or whoever, right? That have some income coming in. They put their fucking work in and now they just want to settle and live. And they get a good woman and start a family. There are very few guys like that. And the rest are fucking degens, bro. From what I know, I've seen it with my own eyes in Thailand. Any dude that's been to Thailand will tell you the vast majority of guys are fucking paid for playing. And it hurts people's feelings when I say that shit. And the same shit happened with this creator on Aber and Preach. The dude openly admits he pays for play. He fucking paid for hoes. And he's paid for sugar baby. And he's paid for bitches, period. You tell me, dude, the pinnacle of your life's achievement is busting your ass in America to make money so you could go pay foreign hoes to get your dick wet. This is what we're preaching masculinity and manhood has become to men. What the fuck, bro? I don't know. I have to call out the hypocrisy because Jesus Christ, dude, it's everywhere today. I'm seeing a new age of red pillars sprouting up too. And they're just rehashing the shit from maybe 2-3 years ago and rehashing it in like an extreme sense where they're saying absolute stupid shit. Like one guy was saying, if you make less than 100 grand a year, you're fucking unattractive. Okay. Really? Is that where the conversation has gotten? So like, let's further divide everybody. Now, really, anything less than 100K, you're ugly? Is that what we're basing value on? I mean, is this the conversation we're wanting to have? Where do we bridge these issues, like you were saying earlier? At what point do we come together and go, hey, man, we're kind of being fucking played here? Like, clearly, we're both lonely. Both men and women are feeling lonely. They're feeling the bite of modern dating. Women aren't happy. They can't hold on to a man. And men aren't happy. They're not even getting any matches. And the bottom 80% of dudes are getting completely just like fluffed over by this top 20% that's got like the lion's share and have like harems of bitches. Women are sharing one kind of guy, and those guys are running wild. They're not settling down. And somehow, some way, this system that we've created is supposed to be progress in the eyes of everybody, both men and women. Why the fuck are we all at record level of depression and anxiety on pharmacological pills? Why is everybody complaining? Why do women want to decenter men? Why the fuck are they getting pregnant at insane rates in single motherhood situations? Why the fuck are men complaining that no dating app even works, that they can't even get a date, or they're being used for their wallet? Everything's become transactional. You go on a fucking date today, she's looking at what she could get out of you, how much you'll simp for her, and you're looking at like, how fast can I get your legs to open? And we call this fucking progress, dude. Welcome to the modern society. So all the statistics are looking like in the fucking gutter right now. No one wants to get married. No one wants to have kids. The system's against men. We're pushing woke progressive policies, and dudes are flying overseas in fucking droves to escape this shit. And we're supposed to say like, this is healthy. This is progress. Yeah, women are so empowered. How? You're fucking less happy than your predecessors were a generation ago. You can't even have kids. Some of you have started becoming dog moms and fucking cat moms and calling yourself moms for watching fucking animals. And men are then becoming recluses, hermits, and retreating with their dog and talk about, I'm so happy I'm alone. All I need is me, my dog, and my fishing rod. Fuck out of here, bro. Your grandpa had like 8 fucking kids, a whole household, a bunch of land, and he was the actual happy one, busting his ass, waking up every day to work with purpose in his fucking veins because he had people to provide for. That's what men want, to be responsible for something, for someone, for a family. That's what gives us joy in life. Otherwise, we just fucking twiddle our fucking thumbs up our asses and life becomes chaotic. We get into drugs, we get fucking arrested, start getting rap sheets, fights, start drinking our lives away. All this shit happens because a man has no purpose in life anymore. So we'll cope with the shit I talked about in that video. We'll get on and play some fucking video games. We'll go jack off, watch some porn. We'll go watch some anime of our favorite protagonist. He's doing a great job. Goku's transforming. He's overcoming his fucking fears and limitations. And then you're just over there with your dick in your hand. Like, the hub's open. I'm done with that. My life kind of sucks. What do I do next? Oh, yeah, I'll fire up a fucking battle pass and complete these achievements. And I go to my dead-end job, bro, at 7-Eleven. Rinse and fucking repeat. Life's a nightmare. And guys aren't waking up from it. And society's telling you, like, that shit's okay. And women are being told their toxic qualities are okay. Go spread your legs for 100 fucking dudes. Go just sell your body for bags, purses, shoes, all that shit. Go just get fucked by some old dude with scraggly balls just because he could afford to pay you some fucking monthly retainer. And then this shit is society working as intended, as they tell us. But you can't have these conversations out loud, at least in the manosphere space, because if you tell men how they're fucking up, you're the enemy. You're a hater. Okay, dude. Enjoy being a fucking slave. And that's the point of this community, to break out of this fucking mold, bro, because it's becoming pervasive. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. The younger generation's even more bitch than the last one. They're fucking worse off, bro. They're addicted to their phones, their tablets, their video games. Pretty soon, the next generation after this one, a few more after, there won't be men left. You just have these fucking gimps walking around addicted to screens in their virtual worlds. We're headed for a fucking world of shit. People don't see that. They're like, yeah, they fucking cheer it on. Bring on the digital girlfriends. Bring on the fucking AI girlfriends. Yeah, I can't wait to be in the fucking metaverse with my hot blonde chick with big tits. It's lines of codes, dude. You're getting cyberpunked, and they're fucking you for a subscription. Congratulations, you're really living life. This shit's crazy to me. I don't know. Ranting over. You guys talk.
Yeah, it's too many people playing pretend for the ideal. That's essentially the problem that I see. It's a problem with the red pill, and it's a problem with feminism in general. They play pretend for what they perceive as the ideal, and it doesn't work out. You're a fake person. And at the same time, the red pill and feminism do the same thing, which is we point out the problems without a solution.
Yep.
That is a huge problem, because the more you expand on the problem and not give a solution, you're always going to focus on just the problem. And that's going to be the excuse you're going to default to on every single fucking occasion. It doesn't work. You need solutions. You need to learn how to upgrade, how to level up your life, how to do better so that you meet the ideal. You can't pretend to be the ideal. That's why the freaking bullshit of watching Dragon Ball Z and people being like, I'm going to freaking work out for this reason. And eventually that falls off because they realize that their ideal was in front of them. It's the same freaking concept. You are pretending to be this thing in front of you, but you need more than that. You need an ambition, something further than just that concept to drive you forward. And that's what is lacking with a lot of people.
Going off of that, looking on the grander scale of things, I can't help but notice that while technologically we're progressing, socially we're highly regressing. And so if you think about today's world that we live in compared to the past, we have, quite frankly, a privilege to gain access to whatever information that we want. And we also enjoy a lot of freedoms that we have today that our predecessors didn't before. So what I can't help but think, and I really want your guys' opinion on this, what does that say about us and civilization in general? That one, we have the power to shape our lives however we want in today's world compared to the past, and yet we're in this state.
Because the path of least resistance is what rules everybody. We're apes that are very lazy by nature, and nobody wants to ascend past your animal like wants and whims. So we default into a comfortable lifestyle, right? So comfort breeds fucking the death of all dreams, essentially. And people are okay consuming their copes, right? All the time. You got to cope with consumption, your hedonism, your materialism, consumerism, all these things come together to form what we call modern society today, because it's a good way to cope with the fact that we're feeling disconnected. We're more connected than ever, like the video was saying, but we're actually more, the more you're connected online, the more disconnected you tend to feel. Because there's no face-to-face, there's no actual anything in the physical presence being done. You're living a life that's very digitized. That's what's happening right now. We're molding our lives into a digital space. Society's only crumbling because we don't teach people to look within anymore. We teach people to consume. You're a good product if you log on to TikTok and make content. You're a good product if you log on to Instagram and share your story about your fucking shitty past or how you're stressing out about your breakup or your job or all that. But nobody's talking about the hard shit. Like, bro, look in the fucking mirror. What could you be doing better? How could you ascend past these biological limitations? Like, how do you take control of the fact that you're such a horny toad and that you'll absolutely destroy everything you built for a woman? How do you ascend past that biological need to be a better human being for society? How can you engage in selfless acts instead of being selfish? How could you serve your community? Where is civic duty? We don't require this of young men or young women today. It's simply do what the fuck you want to do, step on everybody else, and life is more grand. Get yours, bro. Fuck you. I got mine. Not my problem. You're struggling. I was struggling too. We have no more compassion for each other. And that's because from a societal down, we reward bad behavior with modern technology. If I were to say something super off the cuff, it'll go viral. And people would tune in and I'd get rewarded financially. But because I taper my message and make it more in the middle and try to hold people accountable, that doesn't really ring a bell to all the shit I'm surrounded by in terms of content. Because I could turn on right now and see a racist rant on X. I could see some crazy drama bullshit on YouTube. I could go on fucking Instagram, same thing. Just brain dead content we're surrounded by, and it rewards the people that don't want to do that work. Where are we headed? Well, until we get something that's like akin to a cultural shift that happens in terms of people viewing society at large as everybody having a stake in this, so we must take care of it. I don't think this is going to change in our lifetime. I don't know. I think things have to get much worse for people to start to make change. Society needs a rock bottom moment. We're getting pushback. I think this is what Trump and them represent as far as a conservative pendulum swinging back a little bit. I think it's a bump in the road into the eventual decline, and then something new will sprout from that once things get bad enough. So, and what is that? I don't know, because we're in a post-Christian nation and, post-monotheistic actual society in general, globally speaking. And that's the first time in human history that we have to deal with it, along with the knowledge that we currently gain today. Science in the 50s and 60s was supposed to replace Christianity. The issue is it never did. It never provided hope and a moral scaffold for people that needed a replacement for Christianity and God. So what are we left with? Well, charlatans and false gods and idols and, the dumbing down of education in America in general. And obviously you could see that it's representative in our culture now, like from art to music to movies, right? Hollywood, all that shit. Like, look at the movies from today versus 20 years ago, 40 years ago. Right? Look at the scripts, look at the dialogue, look at the lines, look at all the information coming out. It's super fucking simplistic, and that's being nice. It's horseshit. Yeah. And that's the degradation of society.